What's going on? What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? My name is Creole King Kenny, and this is yet another episode of season 2 of Square Conversations. It's been a long time since it was just me and Yates.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since it was just me and Yates.
I forgot to pull up the whatchamacallit, the notes.
No, take your time. Take your time. Is everything all right, y'all? Can y'all see? Can y'all hear all of that good stuff? Because right now
I know
it's
my
telling me
camera is. I have my camera set to 720, so I don't know how good quality my camera is because I was getting like monitoring performance issues.
well,
So I cut like my quality down a little bit, and I also like hid your camera on like the guest star screen.
yeah, it's for some reason
My light situation's amazing. So it's 2 big ring lights and then the camera's ring light. Like the camera has a built-in ring light.
Yeah, it's telling me that my bit rate is in the trash. So I don't know.
That's why I have my long sleeve rolled up, is because I'm a little warm. I don't know why I decided to wear a long sleeve today.
I wonder if
But yeah, watching your stream, everything looks fine. Also, let me cut that quality down so that it doesn't impact the actual stream.
What's up, Tony? How you feeling?
On a 3-stream watch streak. Good job. Oh.
Yeah.
Is that your co-host?
Yeah, that's my co-host. He sees something
Don't
outside.
Don't you yell at Gambit.
He sees something outside. I'm not sure unnatural
Leave that
way.
poor baby alone.
Mel, I love you, Mel.
He was just
That's
trying to protect the house.
um. Who else I saw in here? Cam,
Well,
I saw
aren't you?
you. Yep.
You know
That's.
what? No, I'm not going.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even going to say anything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mm-hmm. uh,
So
it's been a day. It's been a week already, and it's only Monday.
let me tell you, I, I echo that sentiment. Um, before we get started, let me explain this thing right here. Um, I got
The
accepted.
extra of extra. Oh, you're talking about that.
Yeah, I got accepted to Wired Direct. Uh,
Ooh.
so I'll be an official co-streaming partner for Wired Direct this year. Um, just another step in trying to get the name insert in different spaces.
That's
Um,
nice.
because, like I said, I wanted to be able to take Square Conversations and go on the road with it. Can't do that if people don't know who you are, right? So,
Yeah.
this was an opportunity that I was fortunate enough to be blessed with.
So I
This
saw I saw Sims fussing earlier about needing a squared emote.
was that Sims saying
Was it
that, or was
Sims
it
or was it
Mel?
Mel?
I think that
I
was
thought it.
Mel.
I don't. Wait. Hold on. Oh no, I can't see it because of the pinned message. Let me hide that. Nope, it was Mel.
Yep, I
I was
thought
like,
so.
wait, it was somebody.
I thought
Was
so.
it Sims or Mel? Because like I saw a sword and I'm like I couldn't see the rest of the name.
Yeah, I thought so.
But yeah, I agree. We need a new emote or we need an emote
Yeah, I think
because I think you have the emote slots potentially.
I do have the emote slots. Um, I just need to make them. The only problem is
Uh,
I don't want, and this is something that you and I can talk about offline, but I
oh
don't
yeah,
know if I want to use
gotcha.
the new logos as emotes. I feel like I want to do
That's
something
fair.
different.
Gotcha.
But what that means, I don't know yet. Um, because I would like to kind of redo the set for season 3.
Oh,
Um, but I haven't found anything that, in
gotcha.
my opinion, looks better than and would facilitate what we need.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, I
so
gotcha.
we'll get it all
Hey,
squared away
that's a bridge to cross
when we come to it.
later.
Right, right.
That's a later. It's a later us issue.
Um, this week in wrestling
Was
has been great for
something.
storytelling. It was great for storytelling, not so much actual matches, in my opinion.
I agree. I feel like that's something that Triple H like sometimes he needs to learn to work on balance because like he'll have match heavy episodes or story heavy episodes. He never has a good mixture.
Yeah, I can agree
And
with that.
like that's a fair thing to happen because like sometimes you need to get stories across
Mm-hmm.
so that you can get things along, but other times you can just give us a random match. Like we're fine with you just hey, you go out there, have a good 10-minute match. Have a good 5-minute match. as long as y'all, put on a good match. But also, that's when the fans are like, why'd we get this random match?
Well, I think one part of it is we're spoiled.
Yeah.
We're
Oh,
spoiled
beyond.
because we're so used to everything happening because of a story.
Mm-hmm.
We're used to there being some sort of beef or drama
Mm-hmm.
um, for matches to happen. And the matches that just happen that would
Don't do anything to further any storylines or anything like that.
right. I was hoping that Triple H reinstating the word wrestlers would lead to um more of a sport aspect. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like wrestling to
Instead of
see who.
calling them sports entertainers.
Right, right. I was hoping that it would lead them to more of a yeah. I mean, one person can have a storyline with another, but also
Mm-hmm.
we need there is something to be said for just trying to figure out who's best.
Yeah.
Which I was kind of hoping that's what this Sami Zayn and Chad Gable thing
Chad Gable.
would have
Yeah.
would have been. Um,
I
because
mean,
that
it still might be.
no, there's a heel turn now, so that I mean,
Yeah, I mean, they could still, who's the best of the two.
am I correct
Just
in
one of them.
saying?
Just one of them's just a bad guy.
Well, yeah. Am I correct in saying that Raw was the better show this week?
I'll be honest. I have watched SmackDown. So I'm gonna preface it with last Friday during SmackDown was also the RuPaul's Drag Race season finale. So it was
Understood.
watch SmackDown or watch the season finale,
Tough,
and it was more watch the finale.
tough competition. I understand. I understand.
That's actually that was me every Friday for the past 2 months was like open Discord on either my computer on my desktop or laptop so that I could watch both potentially. Or if I had it on my desktop, I'd run between rooms so I could try to watch. And then I'd rewatch it on Hulu. But I was not feeling rewatching it on Hulu today.
Who did it? Who
Mel.
is responsible?
Oh, and we also have we got a raid and a extra guest too.
And they brought snacks. Look at that. Okay.
What kind of snacks do we have?
That's what I want to know.
Are they at least semi-healthy? Are they semi-healthy snacks?
Somebody said Yates was selling coochie.
What? What?
Mel, I love you so much. Thank you so much for entrusting me with your community. If some of y'all don't know, my name is Creole King Kenny. You are now in the midst of watching episode 6.
Oh wow!
I believe. I think we're on episode 6 of Square
According
Conversations.
to your stream, according to the title and to the notes. Yep, episode 6.
Episode 6 of season 2 of Square Conversations.
Ooh, the bot said no.
I saw Zadie come in. Thank you, Zadie, for coming in with the raid. Mel, you know, partly this could not happen without you or who will probably be, and I'm calling this now, Mod of the Year,
Ooh.
Sim's Life. Because let's not act like she did not get nominated in the BIPOC Awards. What's up, Cole? How you feeling? Do-rag, I see you.
Cold. You're
Man.
right on time because we actually haven't started talking about the shows, but we've been talking about the shows.
Mod of the Year, Simadonna, BIPOC Flocka James.
So, Sibs, when is that name change going to happen? Is it happening as we're speaking? Because you go through and change your name whenever you get a new one from Mel.
It's a shirt. Bet.
Oh goodness.
Bet.
I'm glad I haven't gotten a name change that I know of, at least. Like I said, that I know of, and I'm probably gonna end up getting like 5 name changes now that I've mentioned it.
Everybody's favorite co-host is back. All right, where were we? Oh yeah, Raw being better than SmackDown.
Yeah.
I
mean, like I said, I didn't actually watch SmackDown. Like I kind of half watched it, so yeah, I would have to agree. It was better.
I
Because
watched
I actually watched Raw.
I watched all of both shows.
Oh, okay. SmackDown,
and I'm gonna be honest with you. The best thing about, and this is not a bad thing, but the best thing about SmackDown was the women's match.
Absolutely.
The main event.
Absolutely.
And if you were going
Even
to
though I
have,
was disappointed in that match, but we talk about that later.
yeah. Because I already know why, and I have a rebuttal. I do have a rebuttal. You'll understand.
Yeah. I mean, I understood why it happened. Doesn't mean I have to like it.
I mean, what was the alternative?
There wasn't one.
I mean, really.
I mean, there was another alternative, but the other alternative was up in the skybox.
Yeah. But we'll get to that later. See. Yates about to have us go straight to the end.
Squirrel brain.
Yates about to have us go straight to the end. That's it. Good night.
Squirrel brain and
no
work
more
our
show.
Squirrel brain and work our way backwards. But Monday.
So Monday opened with Rhea coming down to the ring and announcing that she'll be out for a few months. It sucks because just as they were starting to validate her reign in the entire 380 days she was champion, she catches the injury and now has to relinquish said title.
So what pisses me off about this situation absolutely makes me very, very, very annoyed and aggravated.
Mm-hmm.
We had a whole champion on SmackDown for how many years that did not show up to regular episodes of Friday Night SmackDown. He barely showed up to pay-per-views, and when he did, he barely did a thing. Why are we making our women's champion relinquish her championship when she could still cut promos? She could still be there. Why? Also, Zoe, calm the fuck down. Damn.
Hit somebody clip that.
Like, she's just running behind the green screen.
But no, I think it's more of a. I think it's more just to provide us a different side of the argument, right? Because Sims hates the other word. Just to provide a different side of the argument, one could say that it had more to do with injury versus his
Just not
contract.
showing up.
His contract actually being written out that way. So
I wish
like,
I could only show up every once in a while to work and still get paid.
As long as you got a contract saying that, go ahead. I mean, that's what. And to be honest with you, he didn't make any qualms about it. Like when people started complaining about it, that's what he said. He said, "Then you should be mad at whatever agency or whatever management that negotiated your contract. If you have a problem with the way that my schedule is, then
negotiate with his schedule.
Then negotiate the contract that I negotiated. I mean, it's.
I had a problem with his schedule because how are you a champion and not showing up at all?
But here's the thing, and not excusing it, because I don't agree with the person holding a championship, no matter what your name is, and not being there. But when he came, anytime that he came back and grabbed the mic, people cared.
Riley, get down.
It wasn't like people were, oh my God, I'm sick of this guy already. Either way you cut it, he got a response. Whether you hated him, whether you loved him, you were loud when he showed up. It's the John Cena effect. John Cena can come through today, make a surprise visit on Raw, cut a 30-minute promo saying absolutely nothing, and people will be loud as hell. Because people care about what he has to say, whether they love him, hate him, or indifferent. He gets a reaction.
Yeah. Heyman gets a reaction, though, too.
Heyman is the most underrated, undervalued asset that WWE has.
Oh, absolutely.
Heyman, if they put you with Paul Heyman, you're going to win. I've only seen
that's what Paul Heyman used to be like. That's what he was known for. Is when you get paired with him, you're a Paul Heyman guy. Like, you were going to end up being one of the top guys.
Yeah.
And I think there was one person that they paired him with that flopped.
Yeah, I don't remember who it was though.
And that hold on one second. Riley done messed with my laptop and messed up Monday Night Raw for Discord. Nope, it was Riley.
Danny says she's a Paul Heyman gal.
Fair. She does have a title.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. I'm curious to know what Danny's. I'm glad Danny's here because there's a subject that's gonna come up in a minute.
Ooh.
And I'm clear. I want to know what Danny's thoughts are because I know she's a fan. And I wasn't in Gorilla when they watched it, so I don't know what her thoughts were. And I haven't
Gotcha.
had an opportunity to sit down and actually talk to her about it. But
So,
um,
on the Rhea situation of
mhm,
it all, I've seen fan theories of what they think is gonna happen with like Liv talking about her revenge tour or whatever
mhm.
and taking everything from Rhea. Everybody is actually a couple people are like she's gonna end up infiltrating Judgment Day and like the 2K storyline from My Rise where when you do the female My Rise, where your character ends up stealing Dom from Rhea for like I don't know how long it actually lasts, but
Spoiler
they're
alert.
basically like, oh, oops. It's been out for how long and people haven't played My Rise?
I am people. I am people.
Are you actually going to pay attention to the story? Or are you just going to try to get through it to get close?
It depends. See, when they first started doing the whole male and female My Rise, that first time killed it for me because they made that dude
Mm.
such an absolute joke. Like, I understand that you're trying to like push the women over, and that's fine,
Mhm.
and we all agree that that needs to happen. But do you
Absolutely.
have to shit on the guy to do that? Like,
No. You don't have to.
like I don't that part was like he wasn't even a good wrestler. He was basically just comic relief. It was horrible. It
But yeah,
was
you don't have to put one person down to pull somebody else up. But, you know, that
that
game
game
doesn't
doesn't
exist.
exist.
So I don't even know which 2K that is that even happened in cuz I only started playing when 20 what was it? 20 what was the 2K that I ended up getting?
20, the one that don't exist.
I think the first 2K I had was 22 because, you know, I ended up getting it to create Lewis and Rose.
Mm-hmm.
And like literally that is the whole reason that I had 2K22 and then I got 23 so I could recreate them and I enjoyed playing it. Except for how catty the women's My Rise was. Yes, go get cereal, go eat.
Yeah, I don't know. I will
But
probably play it just for the sake of playing, just for the sake of being able to say I played it.
gotcha.
Um,
So sorry for that spoiler.
I think that that would be funny to be a female wrestler and then take Dom away from Rhea. That'd be funny. That'd
It
be
was
hilarious.
hilarious.
I
It
wanted to
it was
see Damien take Rhea away from
it was
Dom. That's what I
it
wanted to
was
see.
for me it was Rose taking Dom from Rhea.
That's
Like
hilarious. That's
I think
hilarious.
I even do that part of the storyline on stream? I don't
I
remember if
don't
I
remember
did.
it. I don't
Cause like,
remember
I
it.
did bits and pieces of the female My Rise on stream, because I also remember doing some gear on stream
Mm-hmm.
for the My Rise, and I'm like, "Oh, I need these for Rose in Mouth if she was, you know, if she wasn't a heel."
Right.
Because like, it was Candice LeRae's, like, giant pixie wings.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, that it would work for Rose if she wasn't a heel, but since she's a heel, I don't know if it will work.
Pixies can be evil. Pixies
But
can
yeah,
be
like
evil.
I think what a lot of fans are speculating is Liv, you know, infiltrating Judgment Day and taking everything that's Rhea's, like she's claiming she wants to do in this revenge tour. and I don't know if I would hate it.
I wouldn't.
It's like a
As long
okay,
as
if it gives her something to do and it gives her a character instead
as
of
long as they
just
do it
the
right,
watch me,
as
like
long as it's done right, I wouldn't mind. As long as it's done
I
right,
am
I
gonna
wouldn't
steal
mind.
her, I am gonna steal her "Cry About It," T-shirt and, like, reconstruct it for Rose. I'm gonna deconstruct it and then reconstruct it to fit Rose, but it's still gonna, the whole "Cry About It."
That's hilarious. Um. So yeah, she's gonna be gone. Rhea's gonna be gone for months. Um.
So, the, partial speculation is she's getting married, and then long honeymoon potentially.
That's what I was
Or at
thinking.
least long honeymoon for herself, because who knows if Buddy's gonna do a long break from
I mean,
TV from AEW.
I could see it. I mean, he's not really doing much of anything right now.
Ah,
So like,
yeah, the funny thing is the only bit of the only bit that I was keeping up with was what you were watching the other day, and I wasn't even truly watching it.
yeah, I'm gonna go back and
I was
watch. I'm gonna go
I
back
was
and
more
watch.
talking I was more talking trash about Mercedes' outfit.
So I was
'Cause
wrong. I was
floor
wrong,
gown
Mel.
floor gown, like, floor-length gown to the wrestling ring to
You
challenge
know,
somebody?
Mercedes is extra. Like,
Fair. But, like, make it a tearaway so that you can actually do a move on her real quick, and then,
you know that wasn't gonna happen. She was probably high already.
Uh,
Her and Tony Khan was probably back there smoking at the same time.
he wasn't smoking.
Well, yeah, that's right. Cocaine bear. Um, Mill, I was wrong. You asked me about Willow, and I told you that Willow is in AEW. As a matter of fact, she just won the championship.
Oh, he is? So, yeah,
No,
he probably was backstage with her. Oh, I was talking to Danny's comment.
okay, yeah. I did like the whole like in the middle of Rhea's goodbye deal.
Mhm.
Liv comes out as Rhea's talking about how she's gonna kill her. I did like that exchange.
Uh,
That was a perfect touch.
the funny thing is they made such a good, like, they felt like such a random pairing when they were a team at
Hmm.
first, and then I was like, I love them as a team together because they actually kinda balance each other,
Right.
and I feel like if Rhea wouldn't have gotten injured, they would have had a really awesome feud,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
I'm hoping that we get that level of
yeah.
awesomeness in this feud. It would be great. It would do wonders for Rhea's redemption story.
Yeah.
Um, so
I also
I
think
am
it
very
would
much looking forward to that.
Liv, hopefully. Like, I know a lot of people are already tired of her. But, like, hopefully it elevates her to what the Ronda feud was supposed to be.
Yeah, I could see that.
Like,
I could see
the
that.
Ronda feud wasn't it, and it was supposed to be what elevated her, and it didn't. It made people sour on her more.
Well, I attribute that more to Ronda than Liv.
Yeah.
Ronda is
You're
just
only as good as your opponent.
right. Being completely honest,
And
Ronda
we
was a
know how I
cancer.
we know how I feel about her.
That's your best friend. You love her.
I will end this call right now. I will end this, my end of the stream. All right.
Next we
Sheamus
got
versus Ivar.
Why? Why?
I don't know.
And the crazy part is, Montreal popped huge for Sheamus. But
I just want to know why they had to put him against Ivar, considering they're trying to build Ivar on NXT right now to go up against Obafemi, who's undefeated in NXT, and it's like you just had him lose to Sheamus on Monday night.
And
Make sense.
At that, a lot of stuff that happened over this past week didn't make sense. But they had him lose to Sheamus, knowing that they're trying to build him. But at the same time, it was an out of shape Sheamus. It wasn't even the same Sheamus that we saw prior to his injury.
Yeah.
We got relaxed pit, beer belly Sheamus. And that's who beat
will
Ivar.
Say, he is rolling with the punches from all of the crowd and like all of the people on social media, and like he could have been like other people when they get, all of the backlash that he was getting and poking fun at him and stuff like that. He could have deactivated his social medias or been like, tried hardcore to defend himself, but he kind of poked fun at himself on social media to like say, hey, y'all aren't hurting my feelings.
Well, Sheamus has been around for a while. It takes a lot to mess with Sheamus's mental. This is not his first time being under scrutiny
first, second,
or anything.
Third.
Right. Like Sheamus is gonna be fine.
Yeah. And also he'll get his physique back in probably no time. They just wanted to get him back on TV.
I don't know if I think it may have been. I believe it probably was Sheamus that wanted to get back on TV. Only because
if you wanted to get back on TV, then make sure you're back in TV shape.
Well, that's true, but also if you're on TV, that means that you don't have to just settle for the guaranteed money. Remember the conversation Remember the conversation that we had a few weeks ago? Like that guaranteed money, that's cool and it'll keep you afloat. But if you're already living slightly above your means, then you're gonna need to get back on. Need to get back. Then we had Triple H and Adam Pearce come out to present the new tag titles.
It was amazing.
Let me tell you something.
It was amazing.
I don't know from what crack pipe Dave Meltzer has been smoking.
We don't even talk about him.
But
we don't even need to talk about Grandpa Dave.
But when I tell you that everything that he said was the opposite of real life. Like
I'm sorry, he's been talking shit about Trick Williams. Absolutely needs to shut himself up. Stop watching WWE. Like
the Trick Williams thing.
Don't like them. If you don't like the characters that much, stop watching the show. Stop reporting on them.
Here's what I said.
Leave us alone. Go watch AEW and stick with them. Because that's all he has praise for is AEW. he has nothing good to say about WWE when he is talking about them because he's been, I guess, shunned by the insiders that he used to get information from. Like, that's why he's mad, because he's not getting reliable information. Also, why do we even listen to Dave anymore? He's an unreliable source. Even with AEW, he's an unreliable source. He's a biased source.
So my thing
And
is,
I'm still aggravated that he was talking shit about Trick Williams. He was talking shit about Tatum Paxley. Tatum Paxley is doing amazing with her crazy girl gimmick. And it's actually made me like her even more. Sorry, keep interrupting you.
you're fine. You're fine. Listen, Trick Williams and Mello are doing their version of I said it earlier. I can't remember who I was. But we've seen this before where two people where two people basically pull each other up. And they're both really good talent. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
they both are amazing, and I feel like with Triple H running the main roster, when both of them do get called up, they will, they'll both flourish. At least I hope.
You don't even if it is what Dave said it was, even if Trick was just riding Mello's coattails or using Mello to get the top spot, even if that were the case, you can't be garbage and win that title because then you're gonna have that situation of, okay, now what do we do now now you have the title, now what?
What did our producer just send us? Sidelined with legitimate injury.
There goes your storyline out the window.
Damn.
So
sad.
Guess what will not be happening?
Oh well.
Dominic Mysterio will not be getting taken away by Liv because Dominic Mysterio is on the bench.
She won't be taking Dominic, but she could still infiltrate Judgment Day. She could still easily infiltrate Judgment Day.
So
she could help Finn win a title and, infiltrate him that way.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. What I hope doesn't happen, I hope they don't rope her into whatever the hell these new QR codes mean.
Oh no, I don't think she's involved.
I severely hope that.
I know her and Bo, or at least the last I heard, her and Bo were dating. I don't know if they still are, but like, I don't think she's gonna do a supernatural gimmick. I do think that they're gonna end up bringing Alexa Bliss back as somewhat of her, her supernatural character.
I hope that doesn't happen either. I hope that doesn't happen.
A different version of her supernatural character.
I hope that doesn't happen. I really hope.
I do want Alexa Bliss back, but not as the the
Right.
playhouse, the playground Alexa. I don't want that Alexa back. I kind of want the talk show coffee Alexa Bliss back. I liked those segments that she used to do when she would do like a moment of bliss with like the little talk show on the top of the ramp with the coffee. Like
I want
that was funny
I
and
want a
like it was good.
I want a darker. I want that Alexa Bliss, but darker, like
Hmm.
more, a little more evil.
Okay.
And here's why. It's because I want her and Nikki together,
Mm.
but I want Nikki to be able to be
Her sanity,
in
Nikki.
NXT. Yeah,
Ah.
the the
Also, where is
unhinged.
Nikki? Where like is she
She's
injured? Is
no.
she
I just read an article. Is she's been at tapings. She just hasn't been used on TV.
She's getting her peach. I thought she just did that.
Yeah, I believe she got
Or
that
she just
already.
graduated. She just graduated from somewhere and then we need Nick. Yes, if Alexa Bliss was coming back, we would need Nikki because we need them as a tag team again.
We need legitimate tag teams for the women.
And they are a legitimate, like they have history as a tag team and would make sense as a tag team.
We need legitimate tag teams for the women. Um,
Danny. Why are you trying to hurt me right now?
Moral of the story: the penny belts are gone.
Thank goodness.
Jesus Christ, the penny belts.
I was worried about the look of the titles. I would agree. The Raw tag team titles are meh. But like when I saw them, I was excited because it was a new design. But yeah, they were after looking at the SmackDown titles, the Raw titles are just meh. It's it's the same shape as the 24/7 title.
Well, true, but like,
When I that's the first thing that kind of popped in my head. It's like, oh, that's shaped like 24/7 title.
yeah.
Our truth got his 7-Eleven I-65.
Right, right. Um. So next we had the triple threat uh tag match to determine the number one contenders. Um, for the tag.
I'm glad that they finally made it an actual like triple threat match, just with tags.
That match.
Like it made so much sense.
That match was pretty good too. Like it was consistent. It was move after move after move after move.
I mean,
like
look at the teams that were in the match. It was DIY, New Day, and the Creeds. Like they were able to keep up with each other.
And New Day still ain't matching, but they just showing up to work these days.
Can we get them a gear designer who's gonna be like, y'all stick to a consistent theme together? Like y'all can look different, just with the consistent theme. Like pick the same color. Just pick the same color. Maybe the same pattern. That's all I'm asking. Like, it doesn't even have to be the same color, same pattern.
That's true. That's true. We definitely need
Like,
them to. We definitely need
like
them to
you
get.
want to wear orange, you want to wear red. Let's go ahead and get y'all the same pattern in those two colors.
We definitely need them to get out of whatever funk they're in.
Do we need to get them in contact with Gear by L for gear design?
I don't know.
No, we don't.
They
No, we
need.
don't.
They need something. They need something. It was good to see DIY take the win, though.
Yeah.
Finally,
I'm glad they're finally being, being showcased as the tag team that they are.
And they got the win without any of the other teams looking weak.
Danny, why do you have to argue with me so much? Because I feel like that was ready to start an argument.
DIY equals Mayo. Jesus.
Yikes. They've been doing so good with their, with their DX Lite impression.
Jesus Christ.
That's why I said DX Lite. That's what they're doing.
You're not making her Mayo comment any better by saying DX Lite. I just want you to know that.
I know. I'm not trying to make my argument any better. I just feel like arguing with Danny in general. Me and Danny can argue anytime, any place. It's not even fun. Oh. See, I don't know who they are, so
I
need an education on that.
We had you don't know who the Hollies are? All right, moving on.
I told you I don't know wrestling before what year? What 20? What was it?
They're both Dean Malenko. That's hilarious. Crash Holly, Hardcore Holly.
I'll have to when I go get the Peacock Network, I'll have to go watch some old wrestling, I guess.
So next we had Maxine Dupree and Ivy versus Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae. I feel like
I'm gonna say one thing. Mm-hmm. If Mouth has taught me one thing, it is to always take my phone with me so that I can keep watching the match, because I stepped away for 2 seconds and the match was over and I didn't know what happened. Stepped away for 2 seconds to make some food and I have no clue how it actually went down. I just saw Indy and Candice walking up the ramp together.
So
that was it.
Indy hit, I believe, Maxine with the cheap shot. No,
it's about damn time.
Oh, I typed this all wrong. Jesus Christ. It was a cheap shot victory. Put it that way.
It's about damn time she's listening to Candice.
But
so proud of her.
But Maxine looked a lot better.
That's good. I'm glad that she's. I guess. I guess them pairing her with Ivy is what's potentially helping.
I
Is she
guess.
training? Is she training with Natty down at the dungeon in Florida?
Most likely. Most likely.
That's good. They definitely need to, keep having Natty train people instead of her giving her title shots.
Right. Yep.
I guess that's her payment for training them is title shots on TV. Possibly.
Yeah, but
They're like, you're gonna lose this, but we're gonna give you some TV time for the title.
what good is title shots after title shots if you never ever 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 win them? Like at a certain point, I'd be like, you know what?
It's TV time.
I mean, but you can get TV time without being put in the title picture.
Yeah.
It ain't like you gonna get the number one number one contender paycheck.
Yeah.
And
You're right.
You don't your name doesn't put people's butts in the seats.
Not at all.
And
maybe early in her career as the diva, like during the Divas era, people liked her.
No.
Actually, no.
No.
The only time they liked her was when she was
on Total Divas next.
When she was TJ, when she was TJ and when she was TJ and Cesaro's manager, they liked her then. But that was more of a dig towards TJ because they would call him Natty's husband.
So
that's not really a fair.
Natalya is the only wrestler that every time she comes out, they have to make mention of
her family.
Right.
Yeah. Because I don't think with Charlotte, they don't have to mention Rick.
As a matter of fact, they don't. They don't. She requested them not to. They quit
mentioning him.
Yeah. They requested her not to.
I thought when she was like debuting or something, she at one point in time was exclusively going by Charlotte. Like she didn't want to come into the business as a Flair.
Yeah, so
and make it seem like she got the job because of her name.
That's fact.
And good for her for doing that. And then we got other people coming in. Actually, no, a lot of other newer superstars are coming in without their family name.
Yeah.
To, make their own name, which like good for them. But also, if you're going to use somewhat of your family's gimmick with certain things, use the name too. Looking at you, Braun Breaker.
Yeah. I'm so ready for them to start calling that man Braun Steiner. Like, just go on ahead and do it. Because you can't you can't use this. You can't say, I don't want to use this name, but you using this man's catchphrase.
Everything else.
You're using this man's catchphrase.
Yeah.
Your dad has been saying, I got that dog in me since what?
I was about to say, wasn't he also like using gear similar to what they used to wear?
Yeah, the headpiece came from his daddy. The goddamn
the singlet.
The singlet
like
came from his dad. The whole
everything else from the gimmick.
The whole take the singlet down came from his daddy. All of that shit came from his daddy.
And he doesn't want to use the name. Actually, I feel like is that in like a thing of like he doesn't want to actually be associated. Like, he's like, I want to slightly be associated, but not associated with the name.
Rick Steiner was his dad, or is his dad. I'm not sure.
Excuse me.
The next match on Raw was Dom versus Charlotte's husband.
Oh boy, why does he get that treatment? He is his own person.
I'm my own people.
He is his own person. They can't trap. Listen, they rushed as soon as she's on the scene.
So
wait,
speaking of Charlotte, apparently she's coming back for the Raw title.
Already?
Or no, wait. One of the titles. She posted a picture on her social media of the title hanging up.
Really? Wasn't she on SmackDown before she got injured?
That's why I say it's one of the titles. I don't remember which title she's coming after. She posted a picture of that title though. And
yeah,
also
there's a draft, but I'm pretty sure she's not eligible because she's injured.
I mean, Big E was injured when he got drafted. He just never showed up. In this match,
I got squirrel brained by the flashing lights of the entrance.
In this match, JD came out for a distraction.
Of course he did.
That's all he's good for. What I will say is that this goddamn Canadian destroyer that Don has learned how to do is disgusting.
Is that how he got injured?
No, he does it. I don't know how he got injured, but I know when he did it on the side of the rope, on the ledge against Andrade, that shit was crazy. Andrade takes the win, but of course, that being Judgment Day,
you can't win against Judgment Day and then not get jumped by it. Like win or lose, they're going to jump you. It doesn't matter if they win, if they lose, like they're gonna jump you. You should know that by now.
As he's
always have somebody in your corner.
Well, he did. Samantha's old man, Ricochet.
I love that that's how we're referring to all these wrestlers now, is by their wives' names. I love it. Because he is Samantha's husband. Well, fiance.
Right.
Or did they get married yet?
No, I don't think they've gotten
married. I know they're engaged.
I know that she just asked JoJo to be her bridesmaid.
Oh.
That was a very touching moment.
Was it on Instagram?
It was on
Twitter. Okay.
It was on X.
Ah.
Hate that damn name.
People are all up in arms about JoJo. Huh? What do you mean? Who we fighting?
Oh, she went to Coachella.
Let her enjoy her fucking life.
Oh, because she went with Mandy Rose. She went with Mandy Rose to Coachella and...
Okay. Is
And
she not allowed to have a life anymore?
I don't know. I don't know. That shit's weird to me. So after that match, here's kind of the point where I wanted to talk to Danny. We got to look at what they're calling the new tribal chief, Solo Sokoa, and his removal of Jimmy from the ranks of the bloodline. So they removed him and enter. Oh, what's going on, Doomnut? How you feeling? They removed him, and we get introduced to Tamatunga.
Where's Danny? Has anybody checked on Danny?
That Tamatunga's appearance is what I want Danny's opinion on, because
That's why I'm at it. Have we checked on Danny? Like, are we sure the Danny that we keep seeing in chat is Danny? And it's just not somebody who like knows how Danny types in chat and, you know, is making us think that she is okay.
I'm gonna tell you something. Danny is
Oh yeah, it is
probably
nap time.
Danny is probably an unofficial part of the bloodline now.
I'm sure if Danny could join right now, she'd probably have a lot of things to say.
Oh, don't worry. It's
I
coming.
know.
It's coming.
I know.
And I can't wait.
I need to prepare myself.
I got to figure out where I'm going to put all these screens.
Oh.
Because we have... No, because... Oh, yeah, you don't know. Yeah, we got to talk after the show. Because, yeah, it's not just...
Am I going to need to take a nap before the episode?
You probably will. You probably will.
I'm going to need to take a nap before the episode. That way, you know, I can actually be alert and awake, unlike how I was at the beginning of this episode.
Yeah, you probably will.
I'm excited for whatever chaos is going to happen eventually.
So, I'm not going to lie. I like this usage of Tamatunga. And
from what I've seen so far, it's been good. It's like, some of it slightly seems like seems like a little too far, but at the same time, I like it.
No. It's not too far. It needs to go further. It needs to go further.
We haven't even gotten to SmackDown yet, so I can't, you know.
I know.
That's what I was avoiding talking about that.
I know.
I'm trying to stay on. I'm trying to actually stay on.
I'm trying to be good. God damn it!
I'm actually the squirrel brain person is actually trying to stay on task and.
From what I understand, Jacob is. From what I understand, Jacob is supposed to appear next week.
Oh boy! Hold on. Next week, as in next week, or next week as in this week? Like Was it reported like Saturday or something?
I saw it today, so
Oh, okay.
probably next week. But yeah,
Gotcha.
basically sooner than later.
Mm.
So from what I understand, or the speculation is old bloodline versus new bloodline is where they're
I
going.
kind of like it. But they would have to get Jimmy and Jay back on the same page. Like they would have to figure out a way to make them get back on the same page because like
They had the way to do that. He was sitting in the goddamn crowd at WrestleMania.
They could be on separate, but I have a feeling they're going to be on the same side. Like I doubt they would have Jimmy and Jay on separate sides still with this storyline.
Yeah, no way. No way.
Yes, they would both absolutely be on the losing side, but like they would have them together.
Because even, and we'll talk about this like Jade said when we get to SmackDown.
What did Automod do to you, Danny?
But the old bloodline by themselves weren't as brutal as this group.
No, not at all.
Like they've done some pretty crazy stuff, but this
they haven't done. Like I was like when I saw all right, we're skipping ahead to SmackDown just for a few seconds. When I saw Kevin Owens come out bloodied the way he was bloodied, I was like, oh shit. Like what the fuck happened? Also, why are they feuding with Kevin? Like what happened? Like I'm assuming I missed the week before.
I think what they're doing is pulling everybody's coattail that had something to do with the fall,
with the downfall.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Kevin Owens, go from Kevin Owens to the next person, from the next, keep it that way.
Gotcha. It's like, yeah, why are they looking for Kevin Owens? What did he do?
Besides,
he don't bother nobody. Unless they bother him.
A match between Kevin Owens and Tama Tonga would go crazy.
I feel like I'd be afraid of that one.
Like, especially if we get fight Owens, fight Kevin. Like that would be nuts. But yeah,
it's gonna be interesting. Hopefully he's not injured from that, because like
the blood, the bloody KO in the ring.
It looked scary to me.
Alongside, what's that, Jay? Alongside the Nick Aldis being furious, dragging Paul Heyman to the parking lot, and then you see the crash where Tama Tonga had T-boned KO's car and drug him to the ring. Like, bro,
what junkyard did they pull those two cars out of before the show? Because like they had to have just like went to some random junkyard and been like, all right, give me the two worst looking cars y'all got. The worst nice looking cars y'all got.
I don't know, but the
So we
aesthetic,
can stage this.
the aesthetic was nice, and you couldn't tell me by just sitting in the moment that you didn't really think Nick Aldis was pissed. Like,
Oh, he looked pissed. He
and
looked like he is not going to end up drafting them for SmackDown.
and um
And I have a feeling that if they go undrafted, they're going to cause problems on both shows.
well, so here's my theory. Here's my theory. My theory is because understand, in order for there to be a reconciliation of the old bloodline,
they got to put them back on the same show.
they have to make a reason for Jay wanting to go back.
Yeah.
The only way for that to happen is if you set the new bloodline
Jimmy
loose
up enough.
No. I don't even think it's that. I think what you have to attack Jay directly at this point. You have to set the new bloodline on the same show as Jay, and for that to be a constant thing for a while.
And then Jimmy,
the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Nobody gets to pick on my brother but me, essentially.
Basically, yeah. That's how me and Nuke was for a while.
That's how my brother was. Well, except for with certain friends of his. They were allowed to pick on me because they were like my brothers as well.
I'm gonna tell you, Nuke still tells the story to this day of the time he came into the chat and everybody was like, Nuke, that's a real person? Y'all made his day with that.
No, Danny, are you like awing about the Nuke of it all, or are you awing about what I said about my brother? Because like he used to let his friends put me in the dryer. Like they would literally put me in the dryer at our apartment complex.
When Nuke was young, he was a relatively short kid. My mom, remember those old laundry hampers that were like really, really tall and white? When he would get on our nerves, we would sit him on top of it and walk away.
That's so mean.
He couldn't get down, so he would just sit there and scream.
That's so mean. That is so mean.
Yeah, you just set him on top of the clothes hamper. He was so scared of falling and hurting himself, he would just sit there and scream.
I wanted the piece. Oh no.
Oh man.
Oh no, you never turned the wash machine or dryer on. It's just you put them in like yeah. No, we don't turn the wash machine or dryer on. Stop trauma dumping.
Well, it's not our trauma.
Well, for me.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
It's the trauma bond. The funny thing is, it's the opposite though. It happened to me and he did it too. All right, we got a women's tag team match.
Chelsea.
It was a very short
versus...
tag team match because I don't remember it. Like I don't remember the match happening, and I watched the show.
Katana got caught mid crossbody. by Piper allowing Chelsea to get the win. The end.
Yep, pretty much how it happened. Because like I said, I don't remember it happening.
I feel like
I also don't remember Cody's promo.
that's because it technically really wasn't a promo. It was,
or whatever promo video that we got of
no, it wasn't a. We got
whatever happened.
We got thank you to Montreal. We got a thank you to Adam Pearce and Seth Rollins. We got let's talk about The Rock. And we got let's bring Jey Uso out and ask him if I can be a part of his match.
all I know is everybody's already, like, social media is already turning on Cody, and it's like, we knew this was happening. We knew as soon as he won,
it was gonna be like
what's on him.
It was gonna be like, what's next?
Like, they don't, the crowd, in the words of Daniel Bryan.
Can I say it?
Yes.
Can I say it?
Yes. Do it.
I fucking told you so. Who's fucking told you so.
Who's clipping it? Sims, or you got us?
Like, I don't like. This was this was what y'all wanted.
Yeah.
This was what y'all cried for.
Yeah.
And
Impy, I don't think the clip command's actually working.
I mean, he just, my God, for people who cry about what they want, and Cody finishing the story. Now,
we didn't need him to finish the story.
The story is fucking finished. What's next?
And now what?
And I believe the last episode, right before WrestleMania, I said Cody finishes the story, so now what?
He needed a new chapter. He didn't need to finish it. He just needed to add another chapter for a couple more months.
You know the sad part about all of that whole, like, finishing the story and all that shit is? When he finally finished his story and he gave the title to his mom didn't even give a shit. His mom didn't even care. His mom just looked. His mom just. His mom.
She doesn't know what she's supposed to do.
His mom. His mom was like,
"Oh my God."
That was the no sell of no sales I have ever seen in my goddamn life.
Listen, she couldn't move her face.
And the sad part about it is, you know how this shit should have went down. You were married to Dusty Rhodes. There is no excuse for you no selling that moment. And you didn't.
Oh, goodness.
You showed more emotion to The Rock than you did for your son winning the championship and giving you the damn title. And he had this shit all planned out. He had this shit, like, so he sold this shit months in advance. Like, this was supposed to be like this big moment. Would have
given us more emotion.
It was supposed to be like this big moment. He had it all planned out. He said that he was like this was gonna be like this moment, this like crazy and she fucking no sold it. Like
Yeah.
if you're right, Danny, and she was crying, I couldn't fucking tell it. Like Brandy had more emotion, and Brandy's dad had more emotion than his mom did to me. Like,
Oh, the funny thing is, I think somebody actually somebody was talking about with their old reality show, like Cody's sister does not get along with Brandy or something. So like I'm wondering if that seeped into like the mom, like his mom, like not getting along with her, and then then saying, you know what, I'm not gonna act crazy because you won the title type nonsense. Because sometimes families pick the favorite.
I don't know. What I can tell you is it has not been easy. As far as what I know, it has not been an easy road for Brandy in that
Mm.
family. Because I want to say,
Yeah,
I want to
TV
say,
hate.
Dustin went on record at one point saying that him and Brandy had issues at one point.
Mm.
Um, it has not been an easy road. it, it has not been an easy road.
You just
Um,
you
I
had to
had to
use
do it
that
twice.
one.
Yeah,
You had
because
to.
the first time it wasn't on purpose, so I had to do it again. Um, but yeah, so he was like, Cody was like, "Hey, you had my back against the bloodline. Can I have your back uh against the Judgment Day?" And he was like, "No, I got to do it myself."
Yeah,
Um, he was like, I have
that's
to do it
fair.
on my own," and he did, and he successfully fended off the attack that came after he beat the Judgment Day. Um,
They can't do anything by themselves. What?
I,
What? What?
well, according
What are
well
we?
from what happened that night with Jay, they can't do anything together either because he, he was able to he was definitely able to
I mean, he's supposed to be main event Jey Uso, so they got to build him
I
up to be strong.
I can't wait for um for them to give him a serious, like, I know they'll probably not
A
give him,
serious push.
like, yeah, a serious push. Like, I would like to see him. I think that he's mid card title worthy.
Let him
Um
take the title off of Logan.
that would be dope. I'd welcome that because that match would be dope.
Let him
That
take the
match
title off of Logan, because I don't want him to take the title off of Sammy. Because
no.
they have, you
But
know,
that would be a great story though. Because
yeah,
they have history. You
you're
know,
right.
that story kind of writes itself. Now,
Let's tell a new story.
that's what I was
Let's
getting ready to say.
let's tell a new story instead of going back to and rewriting old stories.
But
No more remakes.
I think it either way would be good. And we get a dope we get a dope moment from either one.
Yeah.
Um last but not least, last but not least, the Sami Zayn match.
Beautiful.
If y'all didn't hear the crowd in Montreal at any point during the night,
that match was
when Sami Zayn came through the concessions area, throwing trash cans and shit, Montreal went nuts.
Amazing.
He came
The
through.
crowd was. I feel like the crowd was saving their energy for this match.
The crowd went nuts. It was.
Also, this proves why they need to do more indoor things because, you know, with the outdoor arenas, you don't get crowd reaction the way you need to.
Another thing that I noticed that hasn't really been done too much before. Not only did Sami Zayn come out through the crowd, but with no security at all.
Yeah. He
Like-
probably said no security. Like let me walk through the crowd by myself.
You're probably right, but like, how often has that been done? You know what I mean? Like,
it hasn't.
Like,
because a lot of the superstars probably feel like they need the security because some of the fans are crazy.
Yeah.
Like some of them are beyond crazy. Also, I wish I would have recorded. Would have been recording Monday Night Raw. I forgot to DVR it.
I have it.
That way I don't have to watch the Hulu edited down.
I have it DVR'd.
Oh, okay. I know where I'll be hanging out sometime this week.
So of course Sami Zayn's opponent was Chad Gable.
Yeah. Because I guess they had an agreement for the title match.
It was special that Chad channeled his inner Kurt Angle for an Olympic slam from the top rope. That was a dope moment. And I'm not gonna lie to you, these boys put on a PLE worthy match.
Yeah. It could have been on one of the like upper card, like in the upper card of a pay-per-view.
It definitely was one of those matches.
Main event at a pay-per-view, but it definitely could have been high on the card.
It was one of those matches. I don't think I reached or grabbed from my phone not one time. The amount of back and forth. Sammy did win with an exploder and a haluva kick. But this match was not easy. Like, Chad is such an underrated, and I say that all the time.
He made Sammy
look amazing.
That win.
Yes.
Also, the fact that the way he attacked him.
Yeah.
After the match.
So Sammy goes down. He's celebrating. He's hugging his wife, and as he's hugging his wife, he didn't just get attacked. He gets wrapped up into a German suplex. If he had not let go of his wife,
it was amazing.
If he had not let go of his wife, both he and his wife would have been German suplexed.
Yeah. I'm glad he let go of her because that would have been bad. I'm pretty sure they probably didn't tell her ahead of time because they probably wanted her genuine reaction.
Well, you had to tell her. You had to tell her because what if she was hanging on to him?
True. Or he probably like, hey, let go of me real quick. Like, there's a possibility he like right before it happened, like, hey, this is about to happen.
Yeah. It was still a dope moment. It was something that we
But like
getting we
also,
it feels
Sammy,
like we're
did you
getting
not learn from Drew? Don't celebrate after the win. Get out of there.
well
Go,
so
run, get
so
out there and
so
celebrate elsewhere.
it's different. It's different. Cause Drew kissed his
He was
wife.
celebrating. He was
Drew
celebrating to
kissed
gloat.
no, but Drew kissed his wife and then went over to the announcer's desk to fuck with CM Punk.
Yeah.
Sammy was trying to kiss his wife and then get the fuck out of there. Just so happened that that Chad was just faster than
just a little faster.
so the mess that was Friday Night SmackDown. Again, the show as a whole for Friday night, it was great for storytelling. But
again, I didn't truly watch it.
But the matches
except for the main event.
So let me catch you up then. It started with LA Knight and AJ Styles.
Next. That's how I feel. Well,
no,
it's LA Knight, so like I'm
the
not
match
gonna
they had at WrestleMania was pretty good. This match was something about it was lackluster. I grabbed from my phone several times during this match.
Oh, okay.
Like it just I don't know if it was just because I've seen it before or what the case was. Put it this way. AJ Styles won with a thumb to the eye and a phenomenal forearm.
So a cheap shot into the phenomenal forearm. I mean, he is supposed to be a heel, so whatever.
Immediately after that, we get Solo rolling up to the show, black SUV and a suit.
In a suit.
Boy, you clean up nice.
Now. He's in charge now.
Solo introduces Tama Tonga to Heyman as his MFT, whatever the fuck that means.
Somebody speak Solo Sikoa? Want to tell me what that means? Also, excuse me for a moment. I just saw they have Nia Jax on screen, and she looks a lot smaller than she has previously. That's weird. Like, she looks smaller to me. But yeah, Danny, do you speak Solo Sikoa?
My family tree. Okay. Okay, I see.
Look at Mel. Look at Mel doing the Googling for us.
My motherfucking tribe. All right. So then we got Nick Aldis and Triple H unveiling the new SmackDown tag titles.
All I gotta say is Austin Theory and Grayson Waller disrespecting Triple H like that. I wanted to reach through my damn screen.
Which begs the question, right? My question is,
you do not disrespect them like that.
My question is,
that is your A, that's your boss, and B, he's Triple H. You don't disrespect him.
my question is, we all
Not a
know that
damn
there's a such
thing, because I'm all
we
talk.
we all know we all know that there's a such thing as good heat and bad heat. Which side of that coin do you feel that Austin Theory and Grayson Waller are on?
Well, Austin Theory and Grayson Waller have a I want to turn my TV off when they're on TV type heat.
Like for me, it's not a like it's not a heat as in like I love to hate them or I feel like this this heel work is pretty good. It's it's annoying to the point where I just want to fast forward through it. Like
Absolutely.
I have no
I'm not
interest.
interested in their storylines. Like, he was funny. Austin Theory was funny while he was in, like, The Way with Johnny and Candace. Like, I was able to tolerate him during that. I was able to slightly tolerate him when he was in the faction when he got called up originally. What was he? One of Seth Rollins's disciples, I think.
Something like that, yeah.
Like, I was able to tolerate him during that because he didn't really do much he didn't do much talking. It's when he starts talking that it's like, yeah, no, go away.
Was Q show? I see you. But yeah, it's like ever since he got to the main roster, he hasn't really shown me. He hasn't had a
Since
match that
that's
was
been
like
happening a lot lately, like just randomly pinning things and not realizing it. That's been happening a lot.
he hasn't really had a match to me that made me say, "Oh, okay, I see what all the hype is about."
Especially for myself.
Austin Theory has good matches, but we hate Austin Theory for a completely different reason. Them two
He's
together,
arrogant
and I
and
feel like
overconfident.
I feel like them. I feel like putting them two together is not doing
They're a bit
Austin
much.
Theory any favors. Like Austin Theory by himself, pretty decent heel.
Still arrogant,
Still arrogant and
annoying,
annoying, but
and I
like,
want to turn my TV off.
you kept your TV on because you wanted to see him get slapped in the mouth. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
but with him with Grayson Waller, it's kind of like, all right, I guess it's time to go get popcorn and stuff for the rest of the show. This is where I take my bathroom break.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Then they had a fatal 4-way number one contenders match. This match,
It looked like it was all over the place
it
from the little
was
bits and pieces
it.
that I saw.
It felt like it was like half rehearsed, half made up. Everything was like telegraphed to hell. People were waiting on other people to do their spots. Like it was like at one point you could even hear people calling for different shit. Like it was.
Isn't that what y'all have rehearsals for, so that you don't have to call spots?
It was bad.
Also, with these new HD, like super HD, like 4K, 8K cameras that they have, don't they know that they come with good quality microphones too? And catch everything? Like, the mics are always on.
Yeah.
We can hear everything.
The best part of this match was the fact that the Street Profits are now your number one contenders.
Yes. Absolutely the
Um,
best thing about
I
that, and they
have
need to win.
I have been waiting for that for quite some time because I feel like the Street Profits getting the titles, getting a hold of those titles, um, would uh would bring validity to their faction
Oh,
and
absolutely,
make
and
and
that's
make
what they
them
need.
and make them feel like a threat again. They have been they've been set down too long.
Yeah.
To the point where it almost sometimes feel when you see Montez fighting or wrestling, it almost feels like he doesn't quite care as much as he used to.
That's a
Um,
possibility.
so I
Because he hasn't been getting to do anything.
like you remember when Montez when we used to see Montez, we used to go, "Wow, that dude's a star. That boy is
Yeah.
great." Like you know what I mean? Like
And now
lately,
it's just he just goes with the motions.
right? It feels like his morale is off to me.
That's a possibility because he was gonna get it seemed like he was gonna get a singles push for a minute, and then they halted that,
Mm-hmm.
and then randomly they were making them look like they were gonna go somewhere with the tag, and then they halted that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very stop start
Right.
with them as a group, and it's like, no,
You
let
build
them
them up to
let them do what they do.
you build them up to a point where you let for when they lose the person that beat them, they make them seem like it was they did something. But it's
Yeah,
like at some point that's only going to work so long. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
um next we got a promo with Paul Heyman and Solo Sikoa. This is the promo that we were talking about earlier.
Squirrel
Um
brain.
this is the one where he's looking for Solo is looking for KO. Paul Heyman could
Poor
not
KO.
Paul Heyman could not find KO. Next thing you know, KO is being thrown to the stage, bloodied by Tamatanga. Uh, that promo basically ends with Aldis dragging Heyman to the parking lot, showing him the car. What's going on, Curls? How you
What's
feeling?
going in, curls?
Um, I need more of this. I need more of this
Yeah,
savagery.
if y'all are gonna go with a brutal, like, if y'all are gonna go brutal with stuff, like, then go full brutal.
And I think that they will. I honestly think that they will. I think that the beat down that Rock was allowed to put on Cody kind of opened that door.
But the funny thing is, that was on Monday Night Raw, wasn't it? Not on SmackDown. They gotta answer 2 different TV producer, like, 2 different types of TV people.
I'm willing to bet that
Or
the
are they
network
just kinda going all out because of the fact that they're about to be gone from Fox soon anyway?
probably I
'Cause,
would
like, I'm wondering, did
if
Fox even fight for SmackDown?
if 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 I was WWE and I wasn't happy with my with the deal and I was leaving, I'd give them a few fuck yous. I would. I
Fair.
definitely would. Um, but I need more of this.
Yeah.
I need more of this. Um, this was really good, and especially if you're bringing in somebody like Tomatonga or Jacob Fatu, you need you gotta let them be them. You
Yeah.
Do not get these boys over there and put the muzzle on them.
And water them down.
Don't do that. Because if you do
Thank
that,
goodness we're in the Triple H era where he usually lets them at least when he waters them down, it's at least 25% instead of 75%.
so then we follow that awesome bit of spectacle with the match between Carlito and Escobar.
Next.
And it was funny is the fact that people were so hyped when Carlito came back. And I said, y'all don't remember Carlito when Carlito was actually wrestling. Y'all remember, the only thing y'all remember was that goddamn apple. Y'all don't remember Carlito when Carlito was.
Remember that.
Y'all don't remember Carlito when Carlito was wrestling, because when Carlito was wrestling, nobody was checking for no goddamn Carlito.
I do remember, like, was there like a backstage segment with Maria Kanellis at one point in time? Well, yeah. Well, what was her name? Was it Kanellis? Yeah, it was Maria Kanellis. Because she changed her name to Bennett for the indie scene because of her husband. And he took her name when they came to WWE.
That ended tragically. That ended tragically.
I'm still sad about that. Because, like, I liked them in WWE. But yeah, that match was... That was a match.
And you could tell that Escobar was so much better than Carlito during that match. That match did not do Carlito any favors at all.
Who do we think actually attacked Dragon Lee? Was it Are we gonna end up, like, in 2 weeks gonna find out that it was Carlito that did it because he wanted to be Ray's tag partner?
I bet it was Andrade.
Because it was supposed to be Dragon Lee and Ray.
I bet it was Andrade.
Possibly.
Because think about it.
Did Zelina Vega help him?
Think about it. When Andrade came back, he wasn't exactly a face. He wasn't a heel, but he wasn't. He wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't know what they wanted to do with him, I don't think.
And
they made it seem like he was going to join Dom.
And it's not too far-fetched to say that, like, it's in his wheelhouse to do some shit like that.
Yeah. Like I said, go ahead and pair him back up with Zelina Vega. Please, thank you.
Charlotte not finna have that.
Damn it, Charlotte. Let us have some fun.
Charlotte not finna have that.
But why not? They were amazing together.
Another dope moment. Well, I find it dope, but that's only because I'm biased and I like them together. I like them together. But we got a brief promo segment with Damage Control looking on at Bayley and Naomi's match.
I love that they cleared out 2 skyboxes. Or, like, the 2 upper level area, like 2 sections, just for the 6 of them to sit in, and the camera crew. But, like, that was amazing. Like,
you know what?
That's where they should be. That way they can't interfere.
So now Dakota Kai is the official mouthpiece, I guess.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I mean, she kind of has to be.
I didn't get to hear part of that promo.
She kind of has to be, though.
Person I was watching with kind of muted her.
Now Tony.
No, it wasn't Tony. It wasn't Tony. Because he was watching Drag Race.
Okay. So Dakota Kai basically says we're gonna keep these tag titles forever. And just as she was saying that, in comes Bianca and Jade.
Good job. Good job.
I'm here for it.
The
I want them.
the foreshadowing. I have a feeling that's gonna happen. Also, I'm glad that they're keeping Naomi away from the tag division right now because of how she left the company.
I think that putting the tag titles on them does a few things actually. One, it allows Jade to be on the main roster and do the traveling and get the in-ring experience that she needs without exposing too much of her faults. Two,
that way she has somebody to balance her.
Two, it pairs her with a really strong in-ring veteran. Because face it, at this point, Bianca's a veteran now. Three, it gives Bianca the ability to get the one title she has never held.
Yeah.
The tag title.
Well, she's never held the NXT. Did she hold the NXT? Wait, no, I don't. Did she ever have the NXT title?
I believe so. Wasn't her and was Phoenix? Wasn't she was constantly fighting somebody for it back and forth? I believe she did have it.
No, she's been the WWE Women's Champion, SmackDown Women's Champion, which the WWE Women's Champion was the Raw title, and then she's been the SmackDown Women's Champion one time.
She never had the title.
The NXT.
She never had it. That's crazy.
So she's missing the NXT and the tag titles for like the whole like shebang.
I mean, but
they do count the NXT sometimes.
Well, so let's say they do count the NXT title, right? That's easy work.
Yeah. Are they going to start counting the new NXT North American Women's Championship?
I don't know. But what I will say is
Becky gonna come down there and steal that title for a week and then drop it.
What I will say is having an opportunity to get the tag titles, this would probably be the only way that they could do it and it makes sense.
Yeah.
Besides, I love them three together. I love the energy that they have. I don't know if I'm by myself in that, but
I'm excited to see what they end up coming up with together as a cohesive group because
I'm a big three fan.
They had an amazing theming with like the gold and silver at Mania. I'm ready to see what they do going forward. Like Bianca and Jade had like their matching like purple gear when they did their match at what was it on Monday Night Raw against Chelsea and Piper. Like they had like a similar purple-esque style. So like as long as they keep bringing like the matching energy and don't end up pulling a New Day on us. I'm gonna,
Well, I
I'm
don't
going
think.
to keep liking them.
Well, so I don't think that that's gonna happen to them, only because Naomi just got back, so her morale is there.
Yeah.
Jay just got there, so and she just started the whole on being on the road, so her morale
Mhm.
is there. And
And
Bianca's,
also, Bianca makes all of her own gear, so she's just gonna wait to see what they got and then like whip up something that matches them.
but also this gives Bianca a chance to do something fresh, something new,
Yeah.
something that she hasn't done before. Because I don't think that she's ever been even in NXT. I don't remember her
She was
pairing with anybody. So
so I actually when I was looking up Bianca uh on like when I was looking up her Wikipedia, apparently back in NXT in 2018, they apparently seemed like they were pairing her and Lacey Evans together at one point in time for a little bit. I don't know why, but like they were pairing them together. Like they actually had like kind of matching gear in this one photo that I see. It's like
well,
the blue like blue, red, and white matching kind of
that don't
gear
count.
because it was a house show
That
too,
that never
but
happened. That don't
also it
count.
was NXT.
That don't happen. That never happened. Who is this Lacey Evans that you speak of?
I don't know who that is.
Um,
I have no clue who that is. I heard that they were trying to say
she
that Ric Flair was her
wait.
baby
That's
daddy at
that.
one point in time.
That's that girl that used to fight for women's rights or some shit like that. I don't remember. Um,
So
Bianca and
Naomi's
Naomi.
gear,
Go ahead.
Naomi's gear. I'm recreating it somehow, some way. I don't know for who, but I am recreating it for somebody in the Main Academy Wrestling Federation.
I need somebody in mouth uh to do the hair coloring for Twitch Mania, where it says Mania down this. I need somebody to do that.
If I was skilled enough, if I was
I
skilled
need
enough, I would try it for
I
somebody. I don't know
need
who, but I would try it.
I need somebody to do that. That's what I need.
Impy, we can talk gear sometime eventually.
Um
When I'm not like extra like ugh because of
so
work.
so um Bailey versus Naomi, to me, best match of the night.
I loved the match.
It was again a PLE worthy match to me. Um
Rewatching it, I saw one move that I was like, I want to know if it's in the game. I doubt it's in the game,
that split
but
face
I
buster.
need it. Yes. Like her jumping over the top rope into the face buster. Like it was amazing.
But you know what's sad? It's sad that you're just now realizing it, because she's always done that move.
Oh, I know.
Like,
But like they've
but
never showed it. They've showed it from a
but you're
different
not the only
angle, if I'm not
person.
mistaken.
You're not the only person that's like that I've heard since that match happened. That's like, oh, that was a great move, and I'm sitting here like, yeah, it's a great move. She's been doing it for years, but like,
Yeah. Like I know the split leg moonsault that she does, like she's been doing that for a while.
no, she's been doing the split leg face buster for a while too, and like
Mm.
it but it goes to show just how overlooked Naomi has always been.
Yeah. And
Um,
the sad thing is that's coming from a Naomi fan that I didn't notice it.
if they weren't gonna give Naomi the title, this ending was probably the best way to go.
Unfortunately, I understood why it had to happen because they wanted to keep both Naomi and Bailey looking
Strong,
strong,
right? Mm-hmm.
which I'm glad they wanted to keep both of them looking strong because why would you give Naomi the number one contendership and then make her lose clean?
Right. Because now at that point you're no better than Vince. Like,
Yeah.
because that's some Vince
But
shit. Vince would have done that.
like if if Damage Control and Jade and Bianca weren't up in the skyboxes, that's what I would have gone with. Is having Io and Dakota come out to attack both of them.
Mm-hmm.
And then have Jade and Bianca come out to save Naomi.
But this way throws something fresh and gives them
Yeah.
kind of a throwaway
And
title
gets them
match.
away from Damage Control a little bit for the title.
Well, so Backlash being in France, you need your champion to defend, but
Yeah.
you're not gonna want to change the title to change hands.
Not
So
this early.
So you throw in Tiffy.
Yeah.
You know,
She is a good wrestler. For her to have been only at the she was only at NXT for how long? I don't even know how long she was at NXT for.
So Sims wrote us a note saying that she's not a fan of Tiff coming in, especially since it seems like they keep trying to push Naomi to the back and not giving her enough time to shine since she's been back.
That is fair.
That's
a fair assessment.
That's a fair assessment. But again, I say, in order to do the things in order to do it to a point where you give Naomi a shot and not keep her in the back, if you're going to do something with the big three and just not do it yet, this probably is just the best way to keep them relevant, keep all three of them relevant while you put your ducks in a row for the big three to take over.
It also does make sense for it to have been Tiffany since Naomi did just beat Tiffany for that number one contender spot. And, she was salty about it. So, of course, she would go attack them. So, it makes sense. But at the same time, I don't care that it makes sense. I wanted Naomi to have a legitimate match and not have it interrupted.
Well, true.
Also going to figure out a way to make Tiffany's gear in 2K as well.
That's true. That's true. We have some mouth news. We have
finally the reason we're all here. Nobody cares about what we have to say about Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah, season 3 is on the horizon. The test matches have been amazing. Some of them have been they all have been amazing. I like the new mechanic where it kind of goes back and forth and you kind of really never, the matches last so long and they are so back and forth that you really don't know who's going to win.
They've all been past my bedtime too.
like you really, really, really don't know who's going to win. I like that. Some of my favorites have been letting me down. I'm not going to hold you.
Go ahead, name them.
No, I'm not naming them. It's too early to name them. You know damn well once the season starts, I'm naming everybody. Nobody is safe.
So we can
nobody is safe.
So that their creators can start tweaking.
Nobody is safe. Nobody is safe from catching this tongue lashing that's gonna come when the season happens and I start talking shit. Everybody gonna get it. I'm just giving
Oh
you. I'm
boy.
just giving you fair warning. When the season starts and I start talking shit, don't take it personal.
You've been
It's just wrestling.
or do take it personal and fix your character. I didn't say that.
The official draft is in 2 days. It's gonna be April the 24th.
I'm excited and nervous to see where people go. Let me continue lying like I don't already know where everybody's going.
I know one thing. The amount of work that Kohlberg is gonna have to do after the
Start
draft.
resignation letter for the 8th time. Mel, Lewis has already said that he is not accepting your resignation letters. They are going into going into a shredder every time.
So Mel, the contract, because you didn't read it apparently, was a lifetime contract. You should have read it. I apologize if you didn't. Cannot be null and void. It cannot be made void by not even Johnny Cochran, God rest his soul, could get you out of this mess that you done got yourself into.
Rosita said you can't do that.
Rosita is retired.
Is Rosita a lawyer?
Retired. What are you talking about? Lifetime, baby. You sold everything to Mouth. But yeah, the amount of work that Cole is gonna have to do after the draft is gonna be crazy. Because that's when when people know where they're going and they start pulling in their their custom entrances and all that.
That's why you got to make a custom entrance for both shows. That way you're ready. If you're making a custom entrance for yourself, make it for both shows. So just in case, because we might surprise you, or we might not. Who knows? Y'all will have to find out on Wednesday.
So immediately following the draft, we'll have round 1 of the Emergence King and Queen of the Mouth tournament.
Cold, you are a maniac. 16 matches in one night?
Yeah. Whew. No, don't put your face down now. You did it. You did that to yourself.
You did it.
You did it. You were sitting down one day and you was like, you know what I think would be a good idea?
16 matches.
16 matches right after the draft.
Pay-per-view level show.
And because you tested, you know how long 2K24 matches are now. 16 of them, Johns. What? Whew, Lord have mercy.
True. Very, very, very true. Because I saw the brackets and I'm like, oh, that's a lot.
All right. So we do have a official date for round 1 of the Mad King and Queen of the Ring tournament. That's going to be on April 26th, starting at 9:15 p.m. I'm assuming that 9:15 p.m. is Central, right, Cole?
Central, because we usually watch SmackDown, which ends at 10 Eastern. So usually 10:15 Eastern.
All right. Now,
And then we have the official first
official,
episode.
official first episode of season 3 will happen May 1st. And the official first episode of Mouth After Dark will happen on May 3rd. First PLE for season 3 will be known as Royal Mouth. It will happen in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic.
Yep, we're returning to Santo Domingo.
And it will happen on May 26th. I'll be back at work then. You.
Ah. Oh, unfortunate. 26th, let me look. That's a Sunday.
So, those are the official dates for everything upcoming for the new season that we have so far. I am excited to see what the new season brings. Code has been doing an outstanding job.
I'm ready to see everybody's reactions.
I'm not gonna hold you. I could not run my own e-fed. I just couldn't.
Not at all.
Couldn't do it at all.
We were looking at doing one like just like me and Tony doing like a tournament and recording like a 32-person tournament and us creating the characters and all that stuff. I was like, not happening.
Yeah, I just
like I was like, nope, I can't do this.
It's
this
wild.
Is all like this is all too many people, even though they were all fictional characters that we were all control. Like, you know, we were deciding their names and personalities, all that stuff. I was like, nope, this is too much.
Yeah, it's I couldn't do what you do, bro. So my hat's off to you. And you do all that. Plus now you do all the
from the boss.
Those were the notes.
Oh, those were the notes. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. That plus booking
doing
the show,
the video editing,
and then now you do all the video editing. Like, bro, you've taken on.
You need a nap.
You've taken on a lot.
Several naps.
And I just want to give you your flowers while you're here, because that shit is. I couldn't do it. I'm not built like that.
And
I'm glad
that we're coming back for a season 3.
Absolutely.
Welcome to the Melly's Awesome Wrestling Federation.
We got 5 wrestlers.
5 wrestlers, 2 hosts.
5 wrestlers, 2 hosts.
I like
and
it.
all the wrestlers have one owner. They all was made by one person. This way, there is no conflict of interest.
Only 5 wrestlers. You need at least 10. You need at least 10. That way you can have, you know, different matches. And not the same 3 matches every other day.
Oh, I also heard that we may or may not have a stand-in for Johnny Styles for a while. Because he's going on a leave of absence. And the person that is going to be standing in for him, if the rumors are correct, you guys are gonna love that.
I think Lewis did good with, you know, finding a replacement or a stand-in, not replacement. We don't wanna say replacement. That's, stand-in. May or not have had their folder.
All right. This has been fun. I I enjoy doing
We didn't get
these.
can we didn't do anything that got us canceled today.
We didn't.
Are we okay?
We did not. Let me look at this. Let me look at the calendar and see if there is if there is a date upcoming that might get us canceled.
Are we okay? We didn't say anything controversial. Sims will probably find something that we said that could be spun a certain.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't heard from him. He's been MIA for a while. But on the schedule for May 6th, we got the Bat Squid.
Oh boy.
Mr. Delusion himself.
Are we gonna do we get a live therapy session? Are we gonna get a live therapy session? I'm gonna enjoy that.
Yeah, so I'll reach out and confirm.
The delusional
But
one.
Yeah. episode 7 episode 7 is supposed to be the Bat Squid. Episode 7 is supposed to be the Bat Squid.
Oh, that's exciting.
So we will see what we can see, because I am excited to see how that's going to turn out. And then we got a few bangers after that. And we are, ladies and gentlemen, in the second half of the season, believe it or not.
Woohoo!
We are in the second half of the season. I already have 2 guests booked for season 3.
Oh wow! Already?
One by request, and the other one was just like, "Hey, I want to do your show."
Was the second one a request, or was it more of a, "Hey, I'm gonna be on the show"?
No, it was a. They knew that they wanted to be on the show, but they didn't want to be on the show this season. So
fair.
But it's gonna be a good time either way. Let me tell you, we got some stuff cooking.
I'm excited.
And Sims says she has somebody to raid.
Okay.
Who we raiding, Sims? Who we second lining to? Uncle's on? Hold on.
Yep. Ooh.
I don't know. I have the bot up, and it's telling me that it's
when are the commands ever working? What the hell is going on?
Do I have? Oh yeah, I remember now. But no, I don't know why they're not working.
The Twitch bots hate us today.
Yeah, I have them both switched on. It's supposed to be working.
What Twitch bots do you use?
I use Firebot for my raid and for my raid commands. Did that work? No, they're not working.
Start saying bye and stuff.
Hold on. Let me.
Hey, at least we're not like going overtime and having our producer, message us in our group chat and fuss at us about going overtime.
We did good this time, god damn it. All right. There is your
so good.
Oh. I like that one better.
Yep, I'm copying Mel's message.
Since we're going to Uncle, let's all use let's all use Mel's message. Oh wait. Can followers use that though? Is the question. Because of the So if
hold on, let me check. Let me copy the one emote that is that a nope. I can't use that one.
So then you have to use the other.
I think that love hearts one is. Huh? Did I miss a thing? Because like I just copied. They were specific to an event. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think I earned that that emote potentially.
Okay, so then the one I posted is for followers.
So I can
the one Mel, the one at the bottom that Mel posted with that gif of me, that's for subs. Let's do that because I don't think that you guys, the followers, can actually use the gif.
Nope.
But we're going to go see Anka. We're going to go second line to Anka. I definitely want to say thanks everybody
I see a sewing machine. I'm excited.
Thanks everybody for tuning in for episode 6. We'll see you again. Hopefully I will see some of you tomorrow shortly before 2 p.m. for the Wired stream.
Now, why you got to stream while I'm at work?
Well, I mean, that's what time they said for me to do it. So that's what
Fair. Not like I can't have my phone out while I'm at work anyway. They can't say anything to me.
Oh, we're living dangerous.
Oh, they don't fuss at managers about having their phones out.
Well,
as long as we get our work done, they don't say anything to us.
Tune in tomorrow to see if Yates is still employed. Love you. Bye.